Welcome to Mystic Moon's Aries. Aries, how are you? I am in an introspective mood today, Aries. Last night I did a last night I did a reading on Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. And I saw that the fight was fixed. Jake Paul truly loves Mike Tyson. And it was odd. I got the feeling that Jake Paul, by all logical accounts, should win. But then there was this weird, energy of, gravitas and, I don't know, almost like graciousness. Like one half of it was, well, the fight was definitely to signal that Mike Tyson was handing the baton of sportsmanship, the flame of courage, the Olympic torch over to the younger generation. Part of it was definitely, but there was also a part of Jake Paul, I don't know, showing grace to Mike Tyson within the fight. And with Jake Paul, I consistently got King of Swords and Seven of Swords as a theme for Jake Paul. And meanwhile, which of course was very strategic, right? Nothing about the fight was done out of order. Also, too, there were expectations that he had to uphold. And Mike Tyson got Temperance, and there were also other cards that sort of formed a bond, an interjection between the two of them. Like this was all arranged prior. And Mike Tyson had some weird energy, like he had Temperance with a Queen of Swords. So it was like knowing his situation, his place. And then he had Six of Cups. Six of Cups was really about his former heyday. Yeah, if you look at the title, you see that it's paid. So if you donate, you need to donate love. And hello. Yeah, both of you guys, you need to donate. If you want me to do a personal reading, and if you look at the number of readings I do for the collective, it would be polite of you to donate if you want a personal reading. Anyway, back to Jake Paul. And quiet little kitty. Quiet. Quiet, quiet. My cat meows. So let's see. I have little spam bots on here. I'm blocking both of you. Not in the mood for that. Anyway, back to this. Mike Tyson had Temperance with a Queen of Swords, Six of Cups. Six of Cups was clarified by Hangman and Four of Swords. You know, Mike Tyson's time definitely had passed. It's like he definitely has passed, and this was almost, again, it felt like a homage just to have him back in the ring. The final energy that I had there was a Five of Swords under Temperance. Five of Swords was all about the opportunity, the showmanship, handing that baton over. Five of Swords had, I kind of forget what Five of Swords had. It had the Devil. I got the Devil a lot. I got Five of Cups a lot too in the reading. He had the Devil. And he had some other cards too, but it was all handing the baton over of what it was. But then Jake Paul was showing grace. And then I did another reading on whether or not, like how I just kept on getting like all this stuff was scripted. They had been talking. And I got, what did I get? For Jake Paul, I got something like Wheel of Fortune, Emperor, and Ace of Pentacles. Stunning cards again for Jake Paul and winning. Mike Tyson, not so much. But Mike Tyson's cards were all that he had to do was show up. Eight of Wands, Seven of Wands, and Queen of Cups. All he had to do, Mike Tyson, was just show up, and it was like, be pretty. Sit up and be pretty. So, yeah, it was interesting. And then again, like why, if we were asking about winning, obviously Jake Paul was a powerhouse. I mean, you don't have to go and have a reading on that. I mean, he could be like his grandfather, depending on when some people start, procreating. But definitely his father. And then plus Mike Tyson had those health issues, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was interesting that I was like, why does Mike Tyson, all he has to do is just show up and be pretty? And with heavy manipulation for the environment. Environment was Devil, Five of Cups, and Magician. And I kept on getting Five of Cups and Devil for the environment. Because I did the read, I did about 4 pulls. I did a pull on their energy. I did a general pull on who would win. And then I just did one more, which I sat at. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Jake Paul, on the final pull I did, Jake Paul got a Five of Cups. Again, by a King of Swords, Seven of Swords, and something else. What was it? Oh, it was something. But it wasn't really important. The fact was it was still like clear-headed decisions that he regretted. And Mike Tyson got the Star and some other cards there. It was like paying homage to a fallen star. I do think that fight. Yeah, I'm deleting you too. The fight. Sorry. I thought you were talking about something else. Yeah, I mean, it was 100% scripted. My first for the morning. I'm still waking up. I'm drinking my coffee. But yeah, it was 100% scripted with a fight with Mike Tyson. It was really, really odd because, as I said, again, the environment was all again, 5 of Cups and Devil. 5 of Cups and Devil were the consistent ones. And Jake Paul consistently got... Jake Paul, definitely is the powerhouse, too, with the cards I got. And Mike Tyson, I will say that Mike Tyson was at the strongest point of his physical condition that he's been for at least a year, at least 2 years, in a long time. So, yeah, anyway, it was just odd. I was just thinking about the energies there because, as I said, he should have, by all accounts, I think the fight was number one a farce because, obviously the age difference. But then it was just odd, the homage and the disappointment. Jake Paul was disappointed. Hello, Cheese. All right. Well, anyway, let me get into the reading here. But yeah, it was odd. It really was. It was odd just getting all that manipulation and all that sadness. I mean, Jake Paul really, really, really does like and admire Mike Tyson. I got that as well. For the environment, for the general energy of each fighter. For Jake Paul, I got the Lovers. I got something else and something else under that. But it basically showed that for the Lovers. I think it was the Lovers, 2 of Pentacles, and Chariot. But the Lovers was the main card. Chariot and 2 of Pentacles clarified that. He definitely has been fanboying Mike Tyson for a long time. And it definitely, too, was just a signal, some sort of milestone in the career of Jake Paul. I don't know, it was odd. Because it was such a piece of theater. Anyway, it was very odd seeing King of Swords and 7 of Swords against the Star. Especially, too, since that's so much air. Very deliberate, right? Very deliberate actions. I almost am curious if one of them was an Aquarius or has some sort of Aquarius placements, maybe in their professional placements. 6th house. Maybe one of their planets. My mind is still working, but it was just odd seeing all that. Anyway. Yes, hello, Pyro. All right. And sorry about that, Ayush. I thought you were talking about something else. But yeah, the fight was scripted. All right, let's go into the reading for Aries. Well, unless, of course, anyone has a question. Oh, and that was another thing they found odd about the reading and that I pulled as well on the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. When I was asking who would win, all I got was it was scripted. It was scripted. There was sadness from Jake Paul. It was very deliberate and guided by Jake Paul, Jake Paul's management team. And that Mike Tyson was at the peak of his career, like he must have used that as some sort of motivation to get himself up and going and in the gym and fit again. But, he basically was a star that had its heyday a long time ago. And I was like, who will win? And I got the same thing, scripted fight. It's like Spirit was there going, oh, it doesn't matter who's winning. This is a scripted fight. Jake Paul is the stronger, and Mike Tyson had its heyday. That was a consistent message I got. Anyway. And it didn't answer me in a clear way, I felt, other than the fight was scripted. Anyway, let's go into your reading, Aries. Let's check out what kind of energies are around the Aries collective for the remainder of the month, November. All right, message for Aries. Let's see. I know maybe I should just stop it and end it for Aries again. Oh, but I'll just continue. I just was thinking about it though. It was just really odd again how that message came out over and over again. I think also too, I've seen regret in love readings, right? But it felt like that devil and that, oh well, we'll drop it. Let's go off into Aries energy. So one more time. That was the last reading I did yesterday, so also too, I suppose that's why it lingers with me a little bit. Aries, let's go and see a mid-November message for you. As you know, welcome to Mystic Moons. I already said that, I believe. It's early in the morning where I am. Well, early enough. Though I think I went to sleep when it was still morning as well. Aries, this is a Saturday for me. And although I have a lot on my plate, I did want to go and put out a reading for you. See a message for Aries. Now, of course, Aries, as you know, this reading is for the collective. So take it as it resonates, if it resonates. And the reading that I'm pulling, I'm not specifying whether it's love or work or a general life reading. We're just going to see whatever comes out, Aries. I have an 8 of Swords, Aries. With that bottom of the deck energy being 7 of Wands, Aries. Standing up for yourself, Aries. This energy, it's like you have a viewpoint, Aries, that you need to defend. 10 of Swords. The Star. Oh, you definitely have Aries. Emperor showing up here. This is Aries energy. Under 8 of Swords is clarified by a 10 of Swords, the Star, and the Emperor. Well, Aries, no matter what, have faith in yourself. This is defending. That 8 of Swords is defending. Defending your stance, defending your boundaries, defending your position. It's also too like defending what you want to do. And because of that, because of having standards, Aries, some things have to go and fall by the wayside. And in this energy, Aries, perhaps you're thinking, Is there some way you can have it all, or some way? Aries, bottom of the deck energy here is Eight of Pentacles. Is there some way in which you can go and show where you're coming from, keep things together? It's communication breakdown, though, but if one person fundamentally doesn't understand where the other is coming from, they don't want to put the time into it, Aries, then conversation becomes useless. And Aries, I think, with this message here, if you find yourself, or if you come across a situation where there's an impasse, I think the healthiest thing to do, Aries, is to let that impasse go and move on as soon as possible, especially with Star and Emperor. Let's take a closer look. Ten of Swords gets a Six of Swords, gets a Three of Cups. There definitely is the energy here, Aries, of trying to make a point known. And it looks like more than once. Ultimately, Aries, it's a time waster. It's ultimately what it is. Not saying in other situations it's a waste of time to try and highlight and present an argument. Not at all. And while one could say with Three of Cups, Two of Cups, that the relationships they're talking about are ones that are closer to you than, let's say, professional ones. But ultimately, I think it doesn't matter here with Emperor and Star, because Aries, it's almost like people who deal with, well, your public face, but people who are close to you, people who are not close to you, all of them deal with your public face, right? Just like your relationships in general. Also, too, Aries, there's something here about getting acknowledgement. And I think that's also something to keep in mind. If there are people around you, Aries, who try and diminish what you're doing, what you did, and where you're going, you should consider, Aries, putting those people in the icebox, because they're only holding you back. And you don't need that, Aries. All right, let's check out the star. The cards keep on falling. Let's see the star for Aries. Three of Pentacles, King of Cups, and Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is kind of interesting, Aries. Relationships, Aries, that are fun. Events and activities that are fun, Aries. I think what you should go and strive for are more activities that lead to, I'd say, learning. Like instead of going to a club, Aries, how about taking a day trip or an afternoon trip to a surrounding town? How about going to a museum, Aries? I don't know, there's some sort of energy in that. If there's a lecture or something, a presentation that interests you, or perhaps interests your friend, tag along for that. I think that's also an idea here, is to change the venue of where you go and spend, Aries, your socializing time. Quiet. Definitely look to more constructive ways to interact with people and choose environments and venues, Aries, where you can do that. Try and make it a learning experience, Aries. That's going to be much healthier for you and much healthier for your relationships. Also, Aries, I think the idea here too is that with the people you have, again, there is something about trying to diminish where you're going, what your plans are, what you want to do. Right? There was that kind of energy here, Aries. Quiet, you too. All my cats are meowing. There was that kind of energy as well. And I think, Aries, by taking the people around you and putting your activities, your venues around constructive things in which you are being participants in the greater environment. Again, as I said, like as opposed to walking around a town and seeing what's there or a tourist spot as opposed to, let's say, going to a club. You're going to have conversations. Maybe that's the point as well. Not just meetings and hanging out together, but actual conversations, Aries, where you can find out exactly, what are the long-term goals and hopes of the people that you're dealing with. Constructive conversations in environments that facilitate that. I almost wonder too, in this energy, Aries, are there people who you're dealing with and just literally plodding away on the energy of today, right? Like, this is what I'm doing today. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I can't really think about further down the line because I'm quiet. I can't really think about further down the line. Maybe I have to bring my little kitty up here. Look, she. Quiet. They say, oh, cats are independent. Not mine. Not Siamese. These are happiest when you can sit on your lap or be held in some way, which you can't do all the time. Yeah, something about here being very immediate. And I think, Aries, that's also another way to go and sort of filter or get an idea of the people that are around you. What are their long-term plans? I don't think it's a matter of being too shy to share it or too secretive to share it. I think they literally don't trust themselves to imagine greatness for the future, at least not right now. Aries, let's go and check out the Emperor. The Emperor, we have 5 of Wands, Page of Swords. Hey, Aries, you're going to have to start putting up some boundaries and some walls. And I do think that the people that you have around you, not all of them are the healthiest for you. Especially, I think, Aries. Again, there's something here about acknowledging you and also supporting dreams and aspirations. Like, where do they want to go, Aries? What do they want to do? Are their dreams, Aries, as rich as yours? Also, Aries, in that energy, I do hope that there are no self-limitations that you put on yourself or examine. Examine, Aries, what you want to do and see if there are any self-limitations that are there that perhaps you were unaware of. Because I definitely think, Aries, your environment is not as supportive as it could be. I think as soon as you examine that, Aries, things are going to pop into place and be clearer. That's my message to you for today, Aries. I think there's a little bit of examination you need to do around, I think, what's binding you to, what's stopping you is not really, it's not really something physical. I think it's self-imposed here, and I do think it's built up over a period of time where, almost when people are like, oh, maybe either they're diminishing what you have to accomplish to get to a certain point and all the steps involved, but it also feels like Aries are doing that. I don't know, there's a form of not being truly supportive, and also they're not really wanting to give acknowledgement to your dreams and also to your current accomplishments and what you've done to get to this point. So also keep that in mind to where you want to go, Aries. It took a lot of effort, Aries, for you to get to where you are right now. And even though there's more better places and things that you want to achieve, Aries, I think first and foremost, too, celebrate. Celebrate, Aries, who you are today and the effort and energy you put into, your achievements, your talents, who you are as a person, your understanding, your insight. It took a lot of time and effort to get that way, Aries, for you. I do think you need to not just go, oh, well, that was nothing, right? That was just a given. Of course, I had to do blah, 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 but that's not really what I want to do. It's not only where you want to go, celebrating and understanding and acknowledging, getting people to be on the same page with you and their future goals, but it's also you're truly valuing yourself. And I do think that there are some self-limitations around the people around you. And I think, Aries, as I said, that energy isn't exactly healthy. And I do want you to examine, I don't know, the things you say to yourself or what you feel, because I wonder if there are self-imposed limitations there that have just been sort of taken for granted. Anyway, Aries, that's my message to you. Of course, Aries, if anyone wants a personal reading, I could pull some cards for you. I do think I'm going to go on to another zodiac sign. I think I'm going to go one more for the morning. Who will it be? I already did Cancer. Will it be Aquarius? That's Aries. That's Cancer. That's Sagittarius. That's Taurus. I already did Taurus. I did not do Aquarius. I think I have Virgo and Capricorn and Aquarius left. Anyway, Aries, I am wishing everybody the most beautiful day. And Aries, I definitely think you need to celebrate yourself more too. You can't build on strongly, Aries, without having a firm foundation. And Aries, what I see for you is you need to celebrate yourself more. Please do so. Anyway, until the next reading, bye-bye.